What's going on, everybody? Back at you again with another comparison. Except this one is a little bit different from what you see normal comparisons of. At least you don't see too many like this specifically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys, or compare, let's say, a VZ-58 Sporter against an AR-15. So we've got America's rifle versus the Czech Republic's rifle, or Czechoslovakia, or whichever you want to call it. I call it a Czech rifle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the two rifles, usual stuff you see with my videos, as well as compatibility with accessories, just stuff like that. So we'll get started. Both these rifles are .223-5.56 caliber. The VZ-58 is most well known for being a 7.62 by 39. This one specifically is chambered for 5.56. Same as the AR-15, it's also chambered for 5.56 or .223. I don't really care what you call it. So, I will be comparing them in the configurations that they're in. Now, the reason for that is if I took this stock VZ-58 Sporter, by the way, this is a special edition, just so people know. If I took this stock and compared it against a stock AR-15, a stock AR-15 is going to win every time. I mean, this gun out of the factory doesn't have a whole lot going for it. So we're going to compare it in the configuration it is now against my AR-15. So we'll start from the front to the back. Excuse me. So up front, you've got a standard A2 birdcage flash hider on the AR-15, and you've got a Czech muzzle brake. Now this one specifically is a Loudner, and my God, do I mean loud. Like, you get this thing beside people, they move down about 3 or 4 benches because it's just too loud. We actually nicknamed it Ignorance because, I mean, if you stand behind it, I shit you not, it will blow the hat off your head if you stand close enough to the brake. So, it's a loud gun, but that's the nature of the beast, especially with a short barrel. Now, speaking of barrel, this one specifically has a 10.5-inch carbine barrel. Yes, 10.5-inch, again, like I said, special edition model. Usually they come in around, I think it's a little over 11 inches. I don't know the exact, but this one specifically is a 10.5-inch barrel, where the AR-15 is a 16-inch barrel. So, barrel length-wise, it is a wee bit longer on the AR-15. Well, I'm not going to say a wee bit, 6 inches. They both have 1-to-7 rifled twists, so they're both 1-to-7 rifling. The barrel on the VZ-58 is chrome lined. The barrel on the AR-15, this is a Sig M400 for reference point, is nitride treated. So the different treatment methods for the barrels. Now, when we continue our way down, the handguards, or all the accessories on the VZ-58 are Fab Defense. It's all Fab Defense accessories. They originally came in black. I had them hydro dipped, or the dip water transfer printing, whatever you want to call it, in ATAX camouflage. So, give you guys a close-up view here. Well done, very well done dip, and it lasts too. Also, just so you know, Fab Defense accessories, things like that, it's all made in Israel. There you go. The AR-15 is, focus, the AR-15 is all mag pulled out. It's all mag pull accessories, primarily. PMags, handguard, AFG, mag pull MIAD, and CTR. So accessory-wise, continuing our way down, this guy operates on a short-stroke gas piston. It is a piston-driven gun. It's not direct impingement. Piston's right up here in the handguard. Similar to the idea of the AK-47. It's a similar, if you look at it, if you take a really quick glance at it, you could confuse it with an AK. Especially if you're using the 7.62 by 39 variant, which has the actual AK-style mags. Mind you, they don't fit an AK-47. They are still Czech specific, but cosmetically, it does look similar. The AR-15 runs on a direct impingement gas system. You can get piston AR-15s. This one specifically is DI. Nothing wrong with DI. I mean, it's a reliable system. It works. I've got no issues with it. I find piston to be cleaner, for example, with my Tavor or the VZ. It is a cleaner system, but I mean, if you keep an AR-15 well lubricated, it's not going to bug it none. Continuing our way back, we're working, this guy's got an open top style design, so it's very open up top, very reliable system. It also allows you to see exactly what's going on inside the rifle just by glancing up from the sights. With an AR-15, it's piston system. Its bolt carrier locks open from the side. Not as easy to see inside, but still an excellent design. I mean, look at it. It stood the test of time. It's still rocking. Moving our way down a bit, magazines, generally speaking, they both hold 30-round magazines. Well, you could say 30+1 if you want to be that guy, but it's 30-round magazines for both of them. In Canada, as you can see with the pin, they are 5-round magazines. Back a little bit further, the bolt release I've installed on this personally. Generally speaking, it's a lot like an AK where you have to use the charging handle to load it. With this, all you have to do is move your index finger up and close the bolt. With the AR-15, bolt release is right here. So you load your new magazine, slide your thumb up, close the bolt. So that's your bolt releases. So they both technically have bolt lock or bolt stops, bolt release, slide lock. I don't really care what you call it. I call it the thing you press to close the action. That's the easiest way to do it. Continuing on our way back, the safety on the VZ-58's right here. Not the most intuitive. Right now it's on safe. And it's basically, think of it ass backwards of an AR-15. That's the way to think of it. So right now it's on fire, right there is safe. Not the best idea. And it is only on one side. The AR-15, anybody who knows an AR-15, safe, fire, excellent idea. Like it's right there by the thumb, it works good, I like it. And then moving our way back, the stocks, this is an adjustable stock. It is folding, and you can adjust this piece here up and down to allow for if you've got a high sight radius. And sight-wise, I'll move back here. It's got the standard AK style stights. Stights. That's hilarious. AK style sights. That's a tongue twister. The AR-15's got your A2 style front post and your flip-up back sight. Mind you, it's blocked by the red dot. So those are the two rifles. Getting into it a little bit further, in terms of something like reliability, they're both fantastic rifles. The VZ has malfunctioned on me on occasion. Mind you, it was with Chinese ammunition, which I kind of do expect. It suffered a total, when I put 800 rounds through it with the Norenko, it suffered 2 stovepipes and 3 failure to feed. So a total of 5 malfunctions in 800 rounds. Now, some people would say that's unacceptable, but I mean, it's Chinese ammo, guys. So, reliability, I'm not overly concerned about it. I would trust my life with this. The AR-15, again, I have had issues with it. Same thing with Chinese ammo. If you're putting good factory ammo through it, more modern stuff, now I'm not going to say nothing but like Nosler and Hornady, but like American Eagle, Federal, stuff like that, it'll work fine. It's not gonna, you know, put your life in jeopardy. So they're both excellent rifles. Now, I'm going to try and show you guys the triggers real quick here before I close the video out, give you an idea. Trigger on the AR-15 is around 7 pounds. AR-15s always do have a really nice trigger. Now give me a sec, I'll show you the reset. It'd help if I took the mag out. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, here's the reset. I like AR-15 resets. It's audible and it's tactile. It's a good reset. Now, speaking of magazine releases, this one is ambidextrous on the left and right hand side. Before I forget about the magazines. Magazine release on the VZ-58 isn't great. It's right here. In behind, there's actually a cutout for the where you can fit your thumb into the I guess, the trigger guard. I don't like it. Like, I have small hands. You know, I wear a medium glove, and I still have trouble getting my hands in there to get the mag out. Now, that can be remedied by putting an ambidextrous mag release where you can just use your index finger. Basically where you would just push your index finger over. But I haven't done that yet. So I'll show you the trigger on this one. A lot of creep to it. Not a bad, I'm not going to say it doesn't have a really good break. You don't know when it's going to go off kind of thing. Again, I'll set this down and I'll show you the reset of it. That's a long reset. It's audible, it's not tactile. Like, I didn't feel it reset. Not the best trigger. It's not a heavy trigger. Like, the actual weight of the trigger is not heavy, but it's long. It's got a long and it's got a lot of creep to it. So I don't much care for that. Now, accessories. There are numerous accessories for AR-15s. Excellent example, stocks, buffer tubes, buffer springs, safeties, magazine releases, optics, charging handles, triggers, foregrips, sights, bolt carrier groups. You can legit build one of these right from the ground up with all the stuff that's out there. The VZ-58 is very similar. Lots of different accessories for magazine releases, bolt stops, triggers, muzzle brakes, like everything. These in Canada-wise, these are probably two of the most popular rifles, mainly because we can't own AK-47s. AR-15s are nice because everybody wants to own an AR-15 at some point. You know, I'm a bullpup guy personally. I'm all about the Tavor, but there's always been that itch to own an AR-15. Now the VZ, again, like I said, we can't own AK-47s or any variants for that matter in Canada. This is as close as we can get, which makes them very desirable. The non-restricted models with the 18.5-inch barrel, they are a lot more popular than ones like this because this is a restricted model, meaning I can only go to and from the range with this, same as with that. So that kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's an excellent gun, especially for the price. You know, this is about a about $850 gun, and then I added the accessories on it, so it's about $1,600 gun right now. The AR-15 was $1,500 to begin with. Then I started adding parts to it, which ramped up the price on it. So, price-wise, the VZ-58 wins. Ergonomics, that's hard. It's very hard to choose ergonomics on these two rifles, simply because I've modified them to me. Like, both these guns fit me in a fantastic manner, so at the end of the day, ergonomic-wise, I'm gonna have to go with the AR-15. But the VZ is a very close runner-up. I would have no issues taking the VZ if I needed to. Beautiful gun, though. Anything else I'm trying to remember? I don't think I missed anything. Well, the finishes. I mean, the finish is just a standard phosphate finish. Well, not phosphate, but a standard blued finish. This specific AR-15 is Cerakoted upper and lower. Other than that, pretty standard stuff. Now, if it came down to buying one or the other, again, very tough choice. If you have the money, buy both them. If not, and you're in the market for a restricted firearm, aka a range gun, I would say take the AR-15. Simply because there's more of a variety out there, and there is more you can do to it. The VZ-58, there's lots you can do to it. There's lots of them out there, but I would lean more towards the AR-15 as a go-to gun. Again, like I said, I would take I can easily trust my life with that. I have no issue, but as a go-to gun, if I had to pick the two, it would be the AR-15. Which is a lie. Like, I'll be truthful. Shit hits the fan. I'm going to grab my Tavor, but for the sake of this video. Anyways, I'm getting close to my time limit here, so they're both great guns. If you can buy both them, buy both them. If not, buy one or the other. You won't regret it. Anyways, guys, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you all next time.